Hello, hello, it's Wessel here, and thanks for joining me as I continue on my adventures in SnowRunner on hard mode. Today's day 40 of our Michigan work. I had originally sort of thought this would be about where we would have finished Michigan, but we certainly haven't. We've still got a few days to go yet. I reckon we're going to get out to about 45 days. I think there's still 4 or 5 days to go. Maybe less, 44. Today, focus is going to be on the medium log running, and we're going to start working in Smithville Dam. First things first though, I've just got to bring the GMC and the Chev Kodiak back. In fact, I'm going to do them in 2 runs. So we were bringing them back from Black River at the end of last episode when we ran out of time. So this is all part of the fleet logistics, if you like, of just bringing the fleet back from Black River to Smithville Dam, where we will eventually house everyone. I will bring all the vehicles back into the Smithville Dam garage at the end of it all. So I'm bringing the fuel trailers with me. We won't be needing them, I don't think, for the final parts of the timber contract, but I want to keep them all at the garage, so if I am taking any trucks out to other regions, I can bring them back here and fill them up. So we'll bring these back and start. I'm not sure where to put them, to be honest. I might just line them up here. So I'll spin it around. They're notoriously hard to reverse because the trailer itself has wheels to make you go where you don't want to go. So what I'm going to do is a trick that I've seen other people do. You basically come alongside it, attach your side winch to its side, make it nice and tight, then you can sort of force it, shepherd it back where I want it. Just bring it forward a little and do that again. That ought to do. So that pretty much will do us for the moment. Just park there with my wheels still available. Hop back into the CK70 and do the same with that. Now both the GMC and the CK70 have got the tiniest amount of damage, which I probably should fix, I suppose, before I put them away into the garage. Well, this one I won't put away just yet, because we might want to use it to run fuel around. Though again, we're not going to be doing a whole lot more fueling up this end of the map now. Do a similar sort of trick. Except this time I'll stop I'll do the same idea. See if we can put the second trailer next to the first one. Wasn't too bad actually for reversing, but we'll do that same little trick of side winching and help it back to where it should be. Whoa, no. Nice and close. That'll do. I'll just park this guy. Just park him there, why not? You can wait there. Okay, so that covers off everything. So we still do have the Chev CK1500, yes, little Chev Scout back in Black River, but we're not going to worry about that for the minute. Let's get stuck into timber at arm's reach. So for timber at arm's reach, we've got two sort of deliveries that we're going to be making. First one will be to the forester's house. Oh, I dropped that down. Drop me logs. Just watching where the arm goes in relation to those side barriers on the truck, because I don't want to bash that. Let's see if we can pick this one up. Might not be able to. Oh, we can. I'm going to load up both the truck and the trailer simply because it's light at the moment. It's easier to use this grain when you can see what you're doing. Three into the truck, and 1, 2, 3. I'm going to detach the trailer because I only need to take one set of logs to the forester's house. We can sneak on through. Again, we have to be a bit careful with the height. The fact the weight is high in these. Thought we'd be able to pull from there, but clearly we couldn't. Just take it a bit steady. Again, the ruts in the road will try and throw us off balance. Yes, the forester's house is just down here and around this corner. That's quite close. We should be okay. We just need to be careful doing the actual delivery because there's quite a drop off down into the forester's house at the front. So you have to be aware again, you don't want to go in there sideways. So this is the forester's house just here. What I'm going to do is just push my nose over to the other side of the road and reverse back in. Well, if I'd put the right lock on, I would have. So we'll deliver that. One set of medium logs. Now we can do 2 lots of medium logs up to Bill's house. Now I'm a bit nervous of this one, mostly because it's muddy and steep. And there's a couple of spots that are quite off angle. Have a go, let's see how we go. It's quite possible that I'm going to have to detach the trailer and deliver the first load, then come back, get the trailer and deliver the second. I even toyed and have thought about doing 2 separate runs, but we'll try and do it in one. I did invest in the high-powered winch, the advanced winch, when we were at the last of the at the garage. So when it comes to winching around, we should have more power, which will help. back to the logging station now and load up some more logs. Just sneak back through the way we came. Watching out for tree stumps all the time because they're everywhere. Okay. 3 medium logs. And we're pretty much good to go. See how we go this time with 2. Looks like we've got them pretty good this time. Truck's a bit further away though. Don't think I can reach a whole lot further than that. Bother with that. Just going to grab this one. Just moving forward a bit because I think it wouldn't have packed if I'd left him where it was. Now it should. Trying to get the arm or the hand perpendicular to the log, so it gets it at directly at a 90-degree angle. Looks pretty good. Again, I'm just going to move the truck. Not that I'm quite so worried about being stuck in the mud here as I was at Black River. But we can just... Oh, actually I probably should have packed those logs before I took off, because if they won't pack, I've now run off with the train. So let's stop there. Let's hope these pack properly. And they do. Right. Okay. Now this, as we know, is a bit of a challenge for the White Western Star. We'll see how we go with this one. Worst case, we'll detach the trailer and go on with just the load in the truck. Doubly worst case, if we fall over, well, at least we've got the Fleetstar nearby. Come and help stand us up again. little bit of a challenge going around that corner. But only because I'm very aware of not wanting to tip over. I'm just going to keep it in low gear because we're going to turn off shortly. There is another way to get up to Bill's house, but that's got a lot more turns and is equally as uphill and muddy to start with. So I figure this is the lesser of two weevils, but we'll just see how we go. It'll definitely be a slow trip. Crawl through this mud. Might even need to winch. Yep. Again, I tend to winch from the middle of the truck so I don't pull my nose too far over. Yes, I'm hoping that the advanced winch will do the job for me. Go up into the higher gear because I can push a bit harder. It's this next part actually that's tricky because there's not a lot of winch spots that are easily reachable. Okay, so what I might do is winch from the back of the truck to this tree stump nearest to the truck. Which hopefully will work for us. Don't pull the tree over. So you can see how hard this is. So now we might try and winch from the front. Ugh. And this is the hard bit. Where's my middle one? This is where I'm happy I've got the extended winch because I can reach into there. If I'd had the normal winch, I probably wouldn't have been able to. That's the way. Look at that. What a star. Tough pull though. It's hard. A lot of weight coming up behind us. Now this part here is particularly nasty, so I'm actually going to go on the grass. Knock that tree down. Try and pull just straight up the grass. Because the road here is pretty hard. Lots and lots of little trees. I have to pull from the front because I want to get to that big tree. No, where is it? That one, I think. Yep. how we're getting pulled a bit sideways. Don't really like that. If I can get the... Yes. So now I get the middle one to that same tree. I should be able to get a bit more turn on my... That's better. Yes, these little medium logs are very, very heavy. Oh, I can't quite get there. That's a poop. I had hoped I might have just been able to make it to that top. Let's try from the rear to that same tree. There we go, I think we're up. Two logs to Bill's place. Okie doke, well that's great. Happy with that. So let's poke the pack back where we just came from. Don't ram that log. Then we'll turn around. Doing a 17-point turn. But at least with this trailer, you don't have that same problem that we have with the long log trailer, that it will try and tip you over if you're mean to it. Alright. Just pop over here. That's pretty good, I'm pleased with that. That's a hard one for the 4964 to pull up that hill with two loads on. So I'm pleased we did that. So now that's pretty much all of the logging in Smithville Dam done. So now we're going to have to move the fleet again. We're going to take the Western Star, the one we're in, we're going to take that one down to Island Lake, where it can do these medium log type things. And in the meantime, we'll take the Fleetstar and the Pacific P16 into Drummond Island. And I'll use the Fleetstar to load up the P16 with the long logs from Drummond Island to finish that off, as in this timber at arm's reach long logs part. And that'll actually be the last long logs we need. Then we just have medium logs, some into Island Lake and some into Drummond Island. So I'm not gonna run the White Western Star too far away just to start with. So I always want to have a truck somewhere near the Fleetstar, just in case it tips over at an inopportune moment. just going to bring in the white Western Star down here and pull it up under that light there. I reckon get that out of the way. Which will give the Fleetstar plenty of room to run past. And so now we should be able to just bring the Fleetstar back. And we'll come down the main road past the white Western Star. Down to the quarry where I'll refuel. And then go on the long run all the way around to Drummond Island. Again, this corner needs his care. That's pretty good. Splash through the mud puddles. Around the big rock. Back down to the farm. Just need to be careful here that I don't get too adventurous in my angles of one pair of wheels on the front and one on the back. Our way out there. Not too shabby. Say hello to our friend. Now I could have probably thought about winch towing the white Western Star, but I'm just a bit nervous of it. So we'll do it in 2 runs. Because obviously the white Western Star is going to head down to Island Lake, so it'll turn off at the quarry. Whereas Fleetstar and the Pacific both going to go up and around the long road to get to Drummond Island. So again, we've probably done the last of the delivering that we're going to do today. This is the nature of, something I've said before, the nature of the logging contracts. That you spend half your time just driving around to get to the next logging station so you can load up the logs you need. Now I suppose I could have loaded up 2 lots of medium logs for the like Western Star to carry down there, but it's a long way to carry them when I know that we've got the logging station in Island Lake. Probably want to refuel before I go barreling past the fuel trailer. Rightio. We're nicely fueled up. Now we still have the fuel semi-trailer in Drummond Island. It's sort of sitting near the main intersection to the port. So we'll top up our fuel once we get to that. But that's the only fuel we have in Drummond Island now. And in Island Lake, we've got the fuel semi-trailer not far from the gateway to Smithville Dam. And we've also got a fuel trailer, which is about half full, at the logging station. Almost as if we were prepared. So we'll be using that as our main refueling spot once we get down to Island Lake. I'm hoping that I won't need to refuel the Fleetstar again in between Drummond Island and Island Lake, so I'm going to travel all the way around. No shortcuts today. Yes, no thought of a shortcut in the Fleetstar. It's far too precarious to take on a sneaky shortcut up the mountain. So we'll just run it all the way around, and that'll be the same with the P16 as well. P16 would just struggle to scrabble up my favourite little shortcut. It's a bit too loose rocks and tricky angles for the P16 without all-wheel drive, so we'll take it the long way, which will take a bit longer, but, you know, can't be avoided. Again, risk and reward. The risk is very high, and the reward is minimal. In this case, I think it's just not worth the risk. Because obviously I do not want to tip the Pacific over, because I don't think I could stand it up again if I did. With anything in the fleet, depending on how it fell. Definitely don't want to fall off this ridge. It's a bit more wobbly than you might think, going across the indents in the road. Now we should be pretty right from here. take this one up and just park it at the gateway to Drummond Island. Then bring the P16 up as well. Then I'll take them through to Drummond Island together. Virtually no damage, but given that I'm going past the service trailer that I've put here earlier. Quickly repair that. Actually, why don't I leave it here? I'm so close to the gateway. That way, if I bring the P16 up and it has any damage, which it, again, barely does. Now, I'm not going to worry about fueling up the P16 at this stage. I think it's going to have enough fuel to get to the semi-trailer in Drummond Island. Spot of damage here and there. Oh, do a lot of damage there. Didn't expect quite that much. Just as well we've left the Fleetstar at the service trailer ready to fix this one as it comes past. Again, I'm going to run it all the way around. No shortcuts. Actually, I'm going to hop in the driver's seat. Although, that's a bit fraught with danger in the P16 when you can't see where you're going. But it's alright. At least I can see all my pretty dials. What does that undo? Because we have the empty trailer behind us, I'm not too worried about it. It's just going to tag along. Yes, originally I had hoped that I would get all of Michigan done in about 40 days. Clearly it hasn't gone quite as quickly as I'd hoped, especially, well, I guess the logging contracts are always going to take a while. So I think we're going to be about 44 days by the time we're all up, I reckon. So we've still got to do the long logs from Drummond Island down into Island Lake. So that'll be tomorrow. And then I'd have to bring that, and then I'll bring the Fleetstar down to Island Lake. That'll be tomorrow as well. That's about as much as I'll get done tomorrow, I reckon. So that's day 41. And then day 42, we'll start doing medium logs. I'm going to have to hop out. It's too scary. Yeah, day 42. We'll start doing the medium logs to Island Lake. We'll get that done and maybe a delivery of the final contract, which is medium logs into Drummond Island. So then day 43 will finish that off. And potentially starting to bring the fleet back. So I reckon day 44 will pretty much be bringing the fleet home from Island Lake back to Smithville Dam garage and setting up for Alaska, which is pretty exciting. So you can start to see light at the end of the tunnel. Repaired. All good. Now, let's try and more just out of an attempt to get this done sooner rather than later. It's a pretty straight run direct to Drummond Island Gateway, so I think we can do this together. Not much risk of tipping anything over on that little run. Just made it. But I don't think I'll winch tow the Pacific down the highway here. I think we'll go back to separate just because I'm nervous of these turns with the guardrails on the inside. I've just fixed up the trucks, so I don't really want to bash one into the guardrail if I don't have to. So we'll run these guys down. Got to go all the way down to the logging station, which will take a little while. But I'll do it in 2 separate runs. Again, just because I'm paranoid of crashing into things. It might mean that we won't get them both there before the end of today's session. But I reckon we'll get at least one of them there. Quite a dip there, pulling up onto that bit of concrete. Pretty annoying. This is getting light now already, so time flies when you're having fun. So probably might just about get the Fleetstar to the logging station, but that'll be about it by our 8 o'clock cut-off. Just have to be careful not to get too excited as I hurry to get there and put the Fleetstar on its side. We'll blur on the side of slowness and caution rather than speed. Again, there's no real shortcut that I can take. Not realistically with this weight over the cabin. We'll just follow the road around. Not even going to try and avoid the mud puddle. I'm just going to go straight through because I'm nervous of going up onto that hill and tipping over. So we'll just crawl through the mud puddle. No high-speed turns. pull up there. Pretty good. Set our anchors. Get our crane out. And turn off our engine. And that, I reckon, is going to get us to 752. So I'm calling that as very close to end of day. So I think, yeah, that will call it for today. It's been a great day today. We've done well to finish off Smithville Dam medium logs, and now we're down in Drummond Island, about to load up some long logs soon, which will get us to finish with long logs tomorrow. And then, as I said earlier, probably another 2 or 3 days to go, and we'll be done with Michigan. But I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for joining me today. It's been a good, worthwhile day today, and as always, great we didn't fall over. So thanks for joining me, and hope you enjoyed it, and hope you'll see me again tomorrow. Bye for now.